Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 is finally out, and it takes the story and horror experience to a completely new level. This chapter is darker, deeper, and more emotional compared to the previous ones. From the very beginning, the game throws players straight into intense action and suspense. The opening chase sequence creates a strong atmosphere and immediately reminds players why this franchise became so popular in the mascot horror genre. The tension, sound design, and visuals make the start extremely gripping and set the tone for the rest of the game. One of the biggest changes in Chapter 5 is the focus on exploration and storytelling. Instead of constant jump scares, the developers have chosen a slower and more psychological horror approach. Players spend more time exploring abandoned areas of the factory, discovering secrets, and understanding the tragic backstory of the toys. This slower pace may not appeal to everyone, but for fans of lore and mystery, it is a major improvement. The world feels more alive and detailed, and every environment tells a story. The gameplay has also received noticeable upgrades. The grab pack mechanics are more advanced and creative than before. New tools and abilities allow players to solve more complex puzzles and interact with the environment in interesting ways. These puzzles feel more satisfying and less repetitive. Some sequences require logic, timing, and observation, which keeps the gameplay fresh. However, a few sections still feel stretched and slow, especially when backtracking is involved. Another highlight of Chapter 5 is the new characters and deeper emotional moments. The introduction of new allies and enemies adds complexity to the story. The game explores the pain, suffering, and memories of the toys, making the horror more emotional rather than just scary. This emotional layer is something that fans have wanted for a long time. It shows that the developers are focusing on strong storytelling and character development. The main villain, the prototype, plays a crucial role in this chapter. His presence is more threatening and mysterious than ever. The game finally reveals major secrets about his origin and connection to the factory. These revelations answer many fan theories while also creating new questions for future chapters. The final confrontation feels intense and cinematic, and it leaves players excited for what comes next. Visually, Chapter 5 is the best looking in the series so far. The lighting, shadows, and environments are much more detailed. The abandoned factory feels terrifying and realistic. Sound design also deserves special praise. From distant footsteps to disturbing mechanical noises, every sound adds tension and fear. The atmosphere is one of the strongest aspects of this chapter. However, the game is not perfect. Some players may find the pacing too slow, especially if they prefer action and constant horror. A few chase sequences feel repetitive, and some puzzles reduce the overall tension. There are also minor technical issues and performance drops in certain areas. Despite these flaws, the overall experience remains strong and memorable. The horror in Chapter 5 focuses more on psychological fear rather than cheap jump scares. This makes the experience more mature and immersive. The game wants players to think, explore, and feel connected to the story. This shift shows the evolution of the franchise and its ambition to become more than just a viral